So I'll admit, I didn't expect the Bulls to win this game, even with the Clippers having no Paul George for this one either. But after their showing in the first half, I actually thought they might have had a chance in this one. The Bulls didn't start out the first quarter all that well. If I remember correctly, the Clippers actually went on a 13-0 run, and that was while Kawhi Leonard went back to the locker room after an apparent injury, but then obviously he came back and looked just fine. But then the Bulls bounced back and actually had a decent second quarter with great ball movement and efficient shooting, but the Bulls did just not show up in the second half whatsoever. So what's going on, everyone? Hope you're all doing well. You're listening to Bulls Central here. Before I get into the video, guys, unfortunately no one predicted the score of the game correctly yet again. You know, the first time I did this a couple weeks ago, we had a winner right off the bat, but then the past two games, no dice. We did have some folks who were very, very close, but I think a lot of us Bulls fans were hoping we wouldn't get blown out, so that's probably why you didn't see anyone predicting a 19-point loss. But don't worry, we'll keep trying this until we have a winner, so make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on another giveaway announcement. I generally announce score prediction giveaways the day of the game, so hopefully you catch it before it's too late, as you do need to make the prediction prior to tip-off. Anyway, I think we can all agree that this was a disappointing game. Yeah, but at the same time, you have to recognize the Clippers are one of the best teams in the league, even without Paul George. This is still a very great team. They have one of the best players in the league in Kawhi Leonard. They have great defenders in Serge Ibaka and Patrick Beverley, and their depth off the bench is actually very, very solid as well. Now that aside, like I said, normally I wouldn't have been disappointed in a loss to the Clippers, but what I was disappointed by was the effort the Bulls came out with in the second half. And the Bulls are actually one of the top teams in the league in terms of points scored in the third quarter. So it made it even more surprising how much they fell off after having a decent first half. Although, did anyone notice how Daniel Gafford started the game? He had like 4 turnovers in the span of a minute and a half before Billy Donovan abruptly took him out of the game. I mean, boy, I was so high on this guy last season, but he is just not looking like an NBA player recently. Really struggling to play against other starting centers in the league. Patrick Williams also had a quiet night, played 35 minutes, but only had 3 points and 4 rebounds. He was a minus 19 on the night. I will say the positives from the game, though, was that Coby got off to another hot start. And how about that incredible dunk that he threw down with authority? I was not expecting that one. I believe that was his first dunk of the season. But it was good to see Coby have another quality game, because after Wednesday's game where he went on a tear to break that slump that he was in, the last thing you want to see from him is follow it up with another subpar game, because again, Coby has yet to show consistency in his play since entering the league. But tonight he had 17 points to go along with 4 assists and shot 50% from the field. Zach Lavine, I mean, the guy has really been the only consistent performer on this team. Another great game for him tonight, 26 points, 11 for 21 shooting, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. I feel like one of these days we'll see a triple-double from Zach Lavine based on the way he's been playing more recently. Also, only 2 turnovers for him tonight, which is good to see. And then how about Tomas Satoransky? It looks like he's finally starting to come into form now after being out for a few weeks from COVID. Billy Donovan has been playing him a lot more now because, again, Sato is still the best facilitator on offense for this team. He had 17 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds. And what I liked to see was that Sato was also being very aggressive and drawing contact, going to the hoop and getting to the foul line. He was just a great spark off the bench tonight. Outside of that, though, guys, I mean, there weren't really too many positives from this game. The Bulls kind of went back to their cold 3-point shooting before their last game against the Pelicans. They shot 37% from 3 tonight, which isn't horrible, I guess I should say, but not what we saw the other night, obviously. And then I think another big thing, which just continues to remain an issue, is turnovers. Now, they only had 13. I guess I mean, that's still not good, but for the Bulls, it's better. But the problem with giving up turnovers against a team like the Clippers is they're going to capitalize on that. I believe the Clippers scored 26 points tonight off of the Bulls' turnovers, and you're just not going to win games with unforced turnovers. Obviously, it didn't start well with those 4 straight turnovers from Gafford. Anyway, I know this is a shorter video, but always harder to do losing post-game videos, especially when the Bulls get blown out. I'll be back with another video tomorrow on a different topic that I think you guys might like, so stay tuned for that. Thanks again for tuning in, guys, and I will catch you in the next one.